Hello, hello. What is up? What is good? We have a new chapter of One Piece. Actually, two new chapters. Things are pretty hype. I'm gonna reread the end of the last chapter because I can't quite exactly remember what was going on. They're fighting the guys, yeah, then that explodes, and the other one explodes, and everybody's met up, and everybody knows what's up now, and Denjiro is revealed himself, and yeah, sure. They got the whole army. Nice. Kinemon's genius plan that he did not even realize. Even better. And the raid on Onigashima hasn't lost a single step. Beautiful. I love this that Kinemon doesn't recognize the actual brilliance of his own plan. That he actually double super deked out Orochi's forces, but didn't even realize it. Amazing. Okay, let's plunge into this next chapter. An awesome color spread to begin with. Adorable. Good shoes take you to good places. Hell yeah. I've always been a big advocate of investing in shoes. Buy yourself some nice shoes. Buy yourself ones that you really like, that are really comfortable, that are well made, because you wear them so much. They're with you like every single day. If you're not going to spend money on shoes, like what more can you what more value can you expect to get out of your money than having a good pair of shoes? Anyways, this is actually like a Straw Hats and Friends type request, which means that probably marks the end of the um, Dressrosa adventures of the Fire Tank Pirates, but that doesn't seem right. It seems like there's at least a few more chapters. So I think this is just a normal color spread in terms of how it's inserted among the chapters and the cover arcs and stuff. But they shouted out the request of honey liquor, just as a nice thing to do, I guess, even though it's not normally the request's time. Okay, enough about that. It's a very cute spread. That's all I really wanted to say. Okay. He thought he was stuck on A4. There's something about One Piece's ability, and I think this like really leans into a fairly unique aspect of manga as a medium that I love, which is like the week by week status of it. The fact that you read it, you go a week maybe thinking about it, maybe not thinking about it too much. Then the next issue of Shonen Jump comes out, you buy it, you pick up where you left off, and the connections that are made across that week sometimes get so like emphasized based on that absence. So the fact that the last chapter ended on the comedic moment of Kinemon thinking, "Oh, it was supposed to be the wharf," I guess that's what people understood. And then it bridges into this other like doubling down of the comedic moment that we're just laying into Kinemon. Like it just as easily could have returned to the naval battle, or maybe we cut to Onigashima and kind of foreshadow the fights going on there. We cut to many of the other known characters that are along for the ride and kind of see how they're feeling about this big raid. All sorts of stuff could have happened that would have made like a more traditional dramatic chapter opener. But because of this bridging from the end of the last chapter into like doubling down on the comedy with this chapter, mwah, oh, it's just fantastic. Ooh, but just as the comedy starts up, Kinemon says something kind of chilling. Perhaps I will die in the battle ahead. Feels as though I've just used up an entire lifetime's worth of good luck. I mean, true. True enough, you have, but I don't know. Don't start raising death flags. I feel like this is a battle where Oda might not be too judicious about letting people die, right? I don't know. I feel like it has an approaching heaviness. Some people might not make it out. Anything you've been channeling? Are good luck for having you as a comrade in arms. Aww. Why don't you die alone? We served Lododen together. Might have been born and raised apart. Cold comfort coming from a band of stinking men. Won the opening battle. That's right, they took down all of those big warships. This is an amazing shot. Oh, just the seas, like the rolling seas of Wano, looking like the Hokusai prints, that woodblock style, the great wave and stuff. I don't know. It catches me every time, and like the way we saw it first, you know, just the Thousand Sunny traversing it and stuff, and now it's like this whole armada caught up in the roil of a storm of it. It's like this aesthetic escalation going alongside the actual escalation of the story. Let's go! Let's go! I love One Piece so much. Oh, I was confused by Shutamaro's line where he just went, "We might have been born and raised apart," and then it trails off. But it was because it was a spread. But we'll die together. Accept this fate. Let us avenge Lord Odin together. Today is the day that we bring change to Wano. Prepare the cannons. Okay. So, Kenjiro attempting to contact Onigashima. But before he can finish his drawing, dude, it's freaking Kawamatsu. Oh, I love Kawamatsu. Look at his little Kappa smile. He's so cute. Let's go, Kawamatsu. Ooh. Kawamatsu showdown with Kenjiro over Momonosuke. Ooh, and Kenjiro calls Kawamatsu a fishman. This is very interesting. Because I thought he was a kappa, and that was like a totally different thing. The kappas were just another intelligent species of life in One Piece. But he's actually qualified as a fishman? Maybe? I don't know. It's unclear why Kenjiro calls him that. It's meant to be like derogatory, or I don't know. It's definitely meant to be derogatory. I'm just not quite sure on what level it's meant to be derogatory. Next time, find Hiyori and kill her. Now that I know she's alive. See how smoothly that bird you painted flies? Yeah. The joke that he was actually a competent artist this whole time, I think is pretty funny. And in retrospect, I watched a compilation a bit ago of like foreshadowing that Kenjiro was the traitor. I might have talked about this already. That was made like way back last November or something, and accurately called that Kenjiro would be the traitor. Brilliant, really brilliant work. Just like lots and lots of subtle details, working out who was present when certain information was said, and figuring out that only Kenjiro could be like the common element in knowing all this stuff. It's really good. And in retrospect, the fact that he was a terrible drawer, when it was first introduced, it made sense. Because at the time, Kinemon was still kind of a comedic character as well. During like Punk Hazard and into the early parts of Dressrosa, he was like often comedic relief. It was more about just the weirdness of this samurai and, you know, talking with farts when he was attached to the dragons and putting his head back together wrong, and him always lusting after Nami, and, you know, all this silly stuff. And then you introduce Kenjiro, who's pretty silly too, and they find out he has this remarkable power, the draw fruit, but he's trash at it. You can only draw these like weird things. But kind of by the time that we're like learning about Kinemon, and of course when we start learning about other Odin's vassals, it seems absurd that someone in this position, someone who is so well trained and highly skilled and has lived this disciplined, high achieving, meaningful, historic life as Kenjiro, would be so terrible at using his devil fruit, something that potentially is so useful. So that was, in retrospect, like really good hinting by Oda, but I never saw it coming. Either way, you'll never triumph over Master Kaido's forces. Set foot on the island, Where are you going? What do you mean, where are you going? The fact that Luffy is asking Kenjiro where he's going. I don't think he's been following this. I don't think Luffy knows what's up. Okay. Kenjiro turned out to be a mole, Robin. Well, I guess a lot of the Straw Hats were kind of distracted. Kenjiro's an enemy spy. He's capturing Momo. This whole time? What a jerk. Ooh, this big black cloud. So your big black cloud has come. Shoutouts to the microphones. So that was a very obscure lyrical reference I just made. Ink clouds. Ooh. This is, of course, an aspect of his Devil Fruit powers that he'd never shown anyone before, but I guess this total control over ink, manifesting ink into reality, looks powerful. The Yukio portrait. Yukio is like watercolor black ink brush stuff. It's really beautiful and really deadly in this situation, it looks like. But when I saw Black Cloud, I'm thinking this is a Nami fight. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like Nami's gonna just blast him. But she's got to be careful, of course, because of Lord Momosuke, but let's see. Satos Kanjuro, they're all gonna die. That's right, they're finally going to die. Father Odin and Mother Toki delayed their deaths by 20 years, dangling pointless hope before them. But the general, all those brave and hardy samurai follow, is just a wailing child without conviction, cowering from heights. What a joke. Ooh, Momo's gonna fight? Momo's gonna free himself from this situation, allowing someone else just to totally nuke Kanjuro out of the sky. Momo's gonna fight? Ooh. Do not fret about me. That is what the enemy wants you to do. I will find a way to escape on my own. Destroy Kaido and Orochi and protect Wano. Don't know how, I can't do it. No one will rescue me this way. Ooh. I feel like this is going to have the opposite effect. Everyone is going to be even more invested into Lord Momonosuke and try even harder to save him at the cost of their own lives. Just because, as Luffy says, he's being a real man. What will happen? What will happen? Somebody's got to get a nice, impactful hit on Kanjuro. So I know eventually it's going to be like him versus Kinemon or someone else. Someone else that has a lot of story weight with him. Actually, really, no one but Kinemon, I think, has the same emotional weight in fighting Kanjuro. Being such a cowardly, dumb little brat. You're just a kid with a top knot who's all talk. Find a way to survive. We'll go and rescue. Because we're pals. Okay. Alright, so that's just more set up as like a future plot point of a proper showdown with Kanjuro and stuff. Okay, okay. And everyone else sails off to Onigashima. Ships is escaping. We're going the same direction. We already sank it. That's fun. Meeting up again. Denjiro looking quite different than Raizo remembers. Isn't your samurai Get off! And of course the three captains arguing about who gets to lead the raid, who gets to take the credits. Ooh, one of Kaido's ships, capable of firing from a long, long distance. Okay. So why is Oda doing this? Because we had this like kind of moment of triumph. We already took down 2 of the battleships. One of the ships is escaping. Then they introduced this, oh, they're still putting them at risk. So somebody else must be about to show up. Who's left? I want to say, who's left? I want to say Jinbei, because they already said Fishman once this chapter. And I'm like kind of kidding, but Oda has done stuff like that in the past. Oda will find an excuse just to mention a topic. So Jinbei, we last saw him during the Big Mom fight, right? He stays back to hold off the Big Mom pirates, and then I'm not gonna die, I'll meet up with you, etc., etc. Something like that, I believe. So it's quite a long time that it would be super hype if he showed up again. And I'm not kidding. I'm trying to think of another example. Like, that's why I changed the subject after I brought it up. But I'm sure I remember Oda doing this before, where you go a little bit out of your way to mention a concept and reintroduce it in the reader's mind just to kind of create this subconscious foreshadowing. Plus, it makes sense. It's like, oh, the ship is fleeing. They can fire at us from a long distance. That's going to be a major annoyance. Hey, the ship just exploded. It's Jinbei and the Fishman Pirates. What are they called? The Sun Pirates? Yeah, the Sun Pirates. Weapons of Wayne are high precision. Thanks to the weapons factories, you get a whole array of disposal. I like that too. Get another emphasis of this weapon production thing. The technology is better than in other things. Sure, sure. And this really feels like a naval battle too, which we don't get to see in One Piece all that often. But just like the positioning and like the ships being effective from different ranges and the kind of dynamics of that. This is cool. This is cool. Especially right off so willingly. Gotta get closer. Shink all the samurai ships you want. See if I care. Freaking kid. What a jerk. Yeah, oh, Spear Wave. I knew it. I knew it. I don't know. I just knew it because of the Fishman thing. Because of the Fishman thing, and then it just makes sense that to set up a situation like this, it's because another character is going to show up, right? Like, I don't know. It's just good shonen battle writing that the way you create a problem, it doesn't make sense if the resources you already had to solve other problems just also solves that problem, right? Like if the ship sailed away and started firing at them, and then Usopp was like, okay, I'll shoot this one. Because Usopp already had the thing where he's like, I'm going to try to shoot Kanjuro. Right? So it's not like a novel solution to a novel problem. It's an existing solution to a novel problem. So you get this expectation. Okay. All right. It's our boy, though. Ooh, it's Jinbei. Long distance cannons. I like, of course, Robin's macabre suggestions. This time kind of sounding cute. You can see Carrot reacting. Oh, that's so cute. Well met, good people. And it makes sense that Jinbei shows up in this arc, because Jinbei always had a very samurai spirit about him. The way that he dressed, the way that he was always going on and on about finding a battlefield suitable for him to die on, his levels of loyalty and kind of vowing to protect people and stuff. It's all in line with these sort of samurai principles we've been seeing. So makes sense. Makes sense that our boy is here. Jinbei. What a crazy character Jinbei is. Remember when Jinbei first shows up during the Impel Down arc? Oh man, that was so friggin' hype. He just looks so cool, and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this guy in action. And then he does like cool thing after cool thing after cool thing in that arc. After, of course, they finally bust him out. And you're like, all right, this lived up to the hype. The final Shichai Bukai that we had met, even though he was like the first one outside of Hawkeye to be mentioned, the kind of counterpart of Arlong, one of the first villains, the first like really memorable villain in this entire series, besides Buggy, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going on and on. I just remember so clearly reading that chapter and seeing Jinbei chained up like that. Oh, I would have done anything to prevent this war. Oh, this guy is cool. Okay. Hail from the Fishman district of Ryukyu Kingdom, bottom of the sea. I am but a humble newcomer to this group, having imposed upon folks left and right despite receiving a ritual cup from the boss of the Straw Hat crew. They call me Jinbei, first son of the sea. That name is so friggin' cool too. The first son of the sea. Law and Kid, even though they should be like, hell yeah, an incredibly strong person has just joined our side. We're more likely to win now. They're just mad because they want to be the one that gets all the glory. They want to be the ones that they're just mad that he's on Team Straw Hat specifically. Oh, sorry for you forcing you to wait like that. Come back alive, just as I promised, Luffy. He's really in the crew now. He's really in the crew though now. Because they straight up said he's the Straw Hat crew helmsman. We got a new Straw Hat. We got a new Straw Hat. For the first time since Brook, some like probably 530 chapters ago. Hold on. Okay, so Brook joins in like volume 50, I think. Hold on. Brook joins in volume 50. All right. The chapter where he joins, 8th person, is chapter 489. So it's very, very close. 489 times 2 is 978. So if you count this as Jinbei officially joining, that he gets the intro box describing him as the Straw Hat Helmsman, it has been 2 chapters away from there being more time from the start of the series to Brook than from Brook to Jinbei. Meaning that like we came close to having over half of the series go by without a Straw Hat joining. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that like mind-blowing? Anyways, this volume is awesome, by the way. One of my favorite volumes of all of One Piece. It has the finale against Gekko Moria. It has all the Bartholomew Kuma stuff. It has Brook's flashback and him joining. And then, as if that's not enough, and of course the big celebration, suddenly we're launched into like all of this crazy stuff with Cammy the Mermaid and the Flying Fish Riders and Duval, and it's like, I don't know. It's fantastic. Yeah, put that back on the shelf later. Jinbei's back! Jinbei has joined the crew. We were up to 9 Straw Hats. As I said, it's been a long time since we've seen something like that. Certainly before I did chapter reactions, so this is my first reaction to a Straw Hat joining, which feels strange to say. Actually, in fact, I mean, when I first like caught up on One Piece, the very first time I was like current was, I think, around the end of Thriller Bark. I don't quite remember. I wish I had like marked this down at some point because it feels, you know, personally historic now. But I want to say that like at that time, I knew Brook was in the crew. Like I feel like I knew that Brook was joining, even if maybe that wasn't like hard confirmed when I got caught up. So this is actually the first time since I've been reading One Piece week to week that a Straw Hat is joined. Pretty freaking cool. I mean, we knew that Jinbei was gonna join probably as far back as Fishman Island. We were pretty sure Luffy's like, join my crew, and he's like, well, I gotta take care of some stuff, but probably. And then it's been solidified again and again, and he talks about being the helmsman and stuff. But this is like another level of officialness, I guess. All right, okay, let's move on to the next chapter. This is hype as hell, I gotta say. Okay, see you then. Bye-bye.